don't kill me. I have a lot to live for. I have a wife and kids. Shut the f—
Twitter is so unbelievably desperate, and that also just means Elon Musk is unbelievably desperate. So you might have seen or heard, because it's really absurd, but the CEO of Twitter, basically Elon Musk's puppet, went out and made a video addressing advertisers and talked about how Twitter is a town square and advertisers are trying to take it away from us. And when I watched this video, my first thought was, wow, anyone who believes this at face value must be really stupid. And my second thought was, wow, they are so unbelievably desperate right now. Jesus Christ, man. Because newsflash, guys, it is not illegal for an advertiser to not want to work with you. That's just not an illegal thing. If they don't want to pay you to advertise their product, they're not breaking any laws at all. And also, this necklace is weird. Mama free speech. Okay. Also, please hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to hit 500K, please and thank you. But advertisers pulling their ads from the platform is not illegal, and there's no organized boycott or something. Advertisers, understandably, don't want to advertise in a place filled with some of the worst things I've seen in a while, and they also don't want to be advertising to bots, which seems to be what Twitter mostly consists of now. And also, I gotta remind you guys, Elon Musk is the same guy who said this to advertisers.
Don't advertise.
It is actually insane as a business owner, you would say this and then complain afterwards when they don't come back. Like, you literally said, don't advertise in here, we don't want you. Don't blackmail me with money is what he said, which is honestly really stupid because that's not even what blackmail is. But yeah, this lawsuit was obviously bogus. It's just to get advertisers to advertise. They wanted to drain their resources by giving them to get lawyers and all that kind of stuff, because there is no real legal basis for saying people have to advertise on your platform. You don't need to be a lawyer to know that. And with the news of this lawsuit, the Global Alliance for Responsible Media is discontinuing operations because of this lawsuit. So yeah, I guess Elon Musk kind of got what he wanted to an extent. The company that he was suing is no longer existing, so maybe he got what he wanted. My guess is they're gonna spin up a new company and just continue doing business as normal, because yeah, this is like a really bogus lawsuit and they want to deal with lawyers. It was probably much easier to disband and remake the company over actually going to court and arguing this, because it would have cost a lot more money to argue this in court for like no reason. It's so obviously bogus. Like, it is not illegal to not advertise on a platform. It is ridiculous. And I really just do think Twitter is close to going bankrupt at this point, because Elon Musk keeps making more and more desperate plays at trying to get people to like pay money to him. Like, for example, recently there's like a get verified button now next to your profile if you don't pay for Twitter Blue, which is super annoying. It's like, hey, I'm not paying for it because I don't want to support your platform. Honestly, I want it to go bankrupt. Like, the best way to ensure Twitter doesn't exist anymore and so it can take its place is to upload a bunch of stuff on the platform and never pay for using it. It costs them server money and they make nothing off of it. And when Elon Musk first bought Twitter, I really did not think it would turn into this. Like, if you told people back in time it was gonna get this crazy, I don't know how many people would believe you. Because yeah, he really had just let anything thrive with the platform. It's really insane. And not to mention, like, the amount of bot activity I see on Twitter is absurd. Like, there's a lot of bots acting like people, stoking the flames of like political rhetoric. And like, honestly, I think these bots have single-handedly made people stupider, because there are so many people, like real people on Twitter, just repeating bot talking points. Like, you guys are actually just bot people. These bots are saying the most insane things, right, to stoke the flames, and real people are picking up what the bots say. Like, most of the political conspiracy theories you hear now are just like Russian bot activity, and that's not even a hidden thing. That is a known thing. And if you don't believe me, here's one example of a bunch of Russian bots. If you look up Kursk on Twitter, it is just pages and pages of sketchy links from Russian bot accounts. What is this scam, dude? I don't even understand what they're trying to do. And there's so much stuff buried like this on Twitter. And technology that's really helped these bots thrive is unfortunately like generative AI stuff, because all of these Twitter bots are using some LLM and it's really helping them communicate with people and acting like real people. It's insane it works this well. And then a lot of these profile pictures are AI generated, and a lot of them look really convincing. And don't forget, guys, during the Super Bowl, the amount of Twitter traffic that was fake was over half, okay? Twitter is a failing platform, and Elon Musk is super desperate. That's the only reason they've sued, or attempted to sue, because the company doesn't exist anymore. I really don't understand what the game plan was to begin with. Like, honestly, this is so incompetent. I don't know how you took Twitter and ran it so far into the ground, Elon. It really is not that hard. Like, I am sorry. If I was the Twitter CEO, it would not have happened like this. It just wouldn't have. And that's not even a stretch. I think if anybody else was the Twitter CEO, it would not have gone down like this. A Rock could have done a better job, because at least The Rock would have left it alone. But it makes total sense why advertisers wouldn't want to advertise on Twitter. It is filled with some of the most hateful rhetoric I've seen in a long time. And the bot problem is a serious problem. As an advertiser, you don't want bots clicking your links, right? Why would you want bots to be spamming your advertisement? That makes no sense. And I don't know if bots are specifically clicking Twitter links for ads, but since Elon Musk keeps tweeting out that Twitter's organic traffic is up, when we all know it's not? It's a really good indicator that he's selling them bad numbers because he's telling everyone else the numbers are good. Like, do you really think this spike in activity that just stays there is legitimate? Really? When everyone's talking about how terrible the platform is? Really? Isn't it more likely that it's just bot accounts spamming things like they currently are doing right now as we speak? Because that seems way more likely to me. And from what I understand, Elon Musk could stop the bot problem. He definitely could. He is allowing this to happen because it benefits him in whatever way. Because all Elon Musk does is lie. Constantly. All the time. I would not be surprised if in the next 10 years, Elon Musk ends up in prison. Because in my opinion, he's definitely committed some kind of fraud down the line. You know, maybe it was lying about Tesla full self-driving for eons. That could be it. Or it could be the Cybertruck, you know, being half the cost. He said that. Remember, he said that. There's a lot of reasons Elon Musk could go to prison for fraud. He just does fraud a lot, in my opinion. But out of all his companies, Twitter will definitely be the first to go down unless he keeps tanking all his other companies with it. Because Twitter is not making money. And it has a bunch of debt that is also not making money because it's debt. And Twitter is not going to make money at this rate because Elon Musk can't make the site appealing to literally anybody. And personally, Twitter going bankrupt would, I think, be great. Because if Twitter went bankrupt, maybe a sensible platform could take its place, and hopefully one that's less terrible. That's my hope with it. And if Twitter goes down, realistically, either a Twitter replacement never comes in, or a Twitter replacement does come in, and it's so much better. Because honestly, we can't get worse than this. I don't think Twitter can get worse than this. Elon Musk running anything will destroy it. So I don't think a new platform can get worse than Twitter currently is, assuming Elon Musk is nowhere near it. And to add more insult to injury for Twitter, Twitter could be banned in the UK. And that's because Elon Musk keeps, stoking the flames of civil war in Europe. Usually, I'm not for banning social media because people say things. But when the CEO is calling for civil war repeatedly, there might be a pretty good reason to ban the website. And you might be thinking, well, no one takes Elon Musk seriously. And unfortunately, you're wrong. Because people do for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that people look up to him in any kind of way, shape, or form. And don't get me wrong, it used to make way more sense. If you knew about what he talked about, you always thought he was an idiot. But for a while, he kept the facade up, and he did a pretty good job. But then he ruined it. He ruined all of it. And now everyone who's not an idiot thinks he's an idiot. And the UK really does not have freedom of speech like we do in the US. So it could totally be banned in the UK with no qualms. That is something they can just do. The US would have a lot harder time doing that if they wanted to, which I don't think they will. But yeah, the UK could totally just ban it. And if it gets banned in the UK, I expect most of Europe to also follow, because Europe hates Elon Musk and people in the US hate Elon Musk. Honestly, the only reason Elon Musk is probably not in prison right now is because he owns SpaceX. That's probably it. And I'm not saying prison over him saying dumb things. I'm saying prison over him lying all of the time. You know when he goes on stage and says full self-driving by the end of whatever year? Yeah, that's not legal. You can't constantly lie to people and not get into some big legal trouble, at least usually. There's a reason other companies don't do that. But yeah, suing the advertisers was super desperate, and it already didn't work out for them. They just dissolved, which honestly, good on them. This was a stupid lawsuit and should have never been able to be filed. It is ridiculous the courts allowed it to go through in any capacity. Because yeah, there's nothing illegal about a company saying, hey, we don't want to work with you. There's nothing illegal about that. That is just the free market, which he apparently loves. So yeah, I don't like Twitter. You probably don't either, honestly. You're probably sitting here like, I never used that website, and good for you, honestly. You're better off. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new. Follow me through @spatnz1 and click the Instagram down. Check out more of my content and have a good one.